It is Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. You know how we do. High fives all around. Let's hug it on out. Happy birthday to all the Libras out there. Those of you know who you are. Let me see them shoulders shake. There we go. Let's get it on in there. What a weekend in sports, huh? What a weekend in sports. Thanks for tuning in. I have a podcast. It's called Who's to Blame? And you can catch my latest episode. It's on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame. There's also a link on our Instagram page as well, Who's to Blame the podcast, and on Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. Or wherever you listen to your podcast at, just type in Who's to Blame or Dre Montez. We're on Spotify. We're on Google Play. We're on SoundCloud, Anchor, as well as Podbean. But again, wherever you listen to your podcast, just type that in for me. But other than that, how's everyone doing? What an incredible, amazing sports weekend. What a weekend. Can somebody say SEC? Is anybody in the building? Anybody listening? Can you say SEC? Oh, my goodness. Probably one of the most anticipated weekends I've had in quite some time, probably since I was turning 21 in Hawaii. Probably the most anticipated Saturday that I can remember. But wow, it didn't let me down. From the no-brainer game to the picks, whatever it may be, it turned out to be quite the impressive sports weekend for the teams that won, the teams that competed, and the teams that are still trying to figure it out. You tell some of these college football teams, you couldn't tell they have not been practicing. You can't tell that they've been trying to figure out what to do during this pandemic. But I tell you one thing, the coaches out there in college football, I'm disappointed. You guys didn't do your due diligence into these kids and the teach-back formula and really paying attention to game film. Case in point, I'm talking about my favorite guy to talk, whether you've seen the movie Waterboy or not, Ed Ogeron. Go Tigers. That's Ed Ogeron. If you're the LSU Tigers, returning college football champion, you see you have Mississippi State on your schedule, at home, in Death Valley, the Bayou Bengals. But something happened in offseason to Mississippi State. They signed head coach Mike Leach. Everyone in college football, there are kids out here that know what Mike Leach is known for. Can anyone say it with me? Airing the ball out. So Ed Ogeron, even though you lost 14 players, 5 starters, I get it, boo-hoo, crying, but you have an incoming class. I know you didn't get a chance to work out with the kids the way you normally could, but there was still Zoom. There was still one-on-one responsibility as a coach and as an athlete on the college level. So when you're playing Mississippi State and Mike Leach is the coach, you should know defense. They coming. Secondary, be ready the whole game. He's going to throw the ball. The man has had 12 600-yard passing quarterbacks. 12 times he's done it, Mike Leach. 12 times. You should know this man is going to throw the ball no matter what. I get it, coming into this game, LSU secondary was known as DBU. But after that game, they're pretty much known as DBU because they look awful out there. They look god-awful out there. Maybe they'll be able to rebound, but I still would love to know exactly what he said to that team at halftime and what he said to them after the game. Their quarterback, I get it, hasn't started since he was a freshman in high school. Who gives a fuck? You're on the college level now, my man. Get over that. Stop bringing up what these kids did in high school. None of it matters what they did in high school when you're playing on the collegiate level. It doesn't matter, especially in the SEC. Excuses. But I tell you one team that was ready, ladies and gentlemen, my Florida football Gators. Oh, my God. As much as I like to get on Dan Mullen because his wife kisses the players in the mouth, yes, in the mouth. She kisses the players in the mouth. Getting on the bus, getting off the bus. See, that's a whole lot of kissing going on. That's another 30 for 30 ESPN 60 special coming up probably next year. More into why Dan Mullen's wife kisses the players on the lips. But the Florida football Gators, they look good. They look good, but I have room for improvement though. Like a good student, I took notes. You know, you got to take notes if you're going to critique a team or whatever. Okay, I understand it was the anniversary of Tim Tebow's The Promise. I promise you this, you will never see anybody push their team more harder than me. You'll never see a player play harder than I do. You'll never see a team play as hard than I do. God bless, and I'm sorry. Tim Tebow. Hoorah, baby. Okay. The defense gave up a 3rd and 19. We got to talk about that. That's way too much right there. Okay. My wide receiver, Kadarius Toney, I like him. Yes, he's growing on me. My tight end, Kyle Pitts, 6'6", 250. Who wants some of that? Who want that business? Nobody does. The defensive front seven must improve. And it was a horrible call in the fourth quarter, but it went Florida's way. That was a horrible, horrible call that was made. And Florida was on the receiving end. It was a bad call. Florida should not have been the one to capitalize on this. It was late in the fourth quarter. It was a horrible, horrible call. But other than that, I'll give the referees in the college football level, I give them probably a B-. There's always room for improvement, as all of my teachers have told me throughout my educational career. But also, what can we figure out about targeting players on the college level? There were a couple that were kind of questionable, especially on the interception returns, on the special teams. A lot of questionable things, but other than that, they kept it going well. Miami and Florida State, wow. I never thought a kicker would be talked about so much because of his tattoos and the fact, again, he didn't get the college he wanted to go to. He's holding resentment, but now he's at the college he wanted to go to. Again, who gives a fuck? You're playing college football. You're at the U. Speaking of the U, do we like the turnover chain? Is that like a good thing to be having these kids wearing the jewelry, wearing the rings, celebrating on turnovers? Do we like that, or is that I'm still in the middle on that right now, on a turnover chains or nothing like that. Now, I do tell you this much. The college football celebrations on a pick six, probably the best thing I've seen. Best thing I've seen in a long time. I love the college football celebration on a pick six. If you at home, you doing it too. The most disappointing pick six on the targeting call was probably the Auburn game. You talking about a pissed off coach. I want you to go to YouTube and I want you to look up Auburn's 100-yard return touchdown that was negated right before halftime due to a targeting call. You tell me if that was targeting or not. And then look at the coach. Look at the coach. You remember Lou Holtz running after the referees on a bad call in the 90s? The man here did it too as well. He did it too as well. And I have to give a shout out to the best name I've ever heard in the world of sports. Awesome name here. I bet a stripper takes this name. Watch. A stripper out there is going to take this damn name. Young man, you better trademark, copyright your name so no one makes money off your name. This is the greatest sports name ever. Cavassier Smoke. Woo! Woo! That is probably the toughest name in sports I've heard in quite some damn time. Quite some time. Oh, man. I tell you the funniest thing I saw all weekend on social media, on all forms of social media. This is the funniest thing I heard when it came to Mizzou playing Alabama. Mizzou graduates and fans actually thought they had a chance to beat Bama. Listen, Alabama is not your normal football team. Nick Saban is not your normal coach. There's no way in video game history, fantasy, stratomatic football, trading cards football, there's no way in the fuck Mizzou is going to beat Bama. Listen, Alabama may have the only collegiate program I've ever seen in my entire life where a 395-plus man can run a 4.2. Yeah. Them kids are big and fast. They like East St. Louis high school track female team in the 80s. Whoa, big girls can get it, can book it. They were getting it in. You're not going to outrun Alabama. No. The only way I can see Mizzou beating Alabama if they get strip clubs around the stadium and entice the whole team to go there the night before and beat them by being tired. That's the only way. That's the only way. Just watching, somebody actually made this comment. Now it's time to see a real football team go Mizzou. What? Let me get this straight. Of all the college football teams out there, Mizzou is the only real college football team. You were closeted and probably homeschooled your whole life. I get it. I get it. There's nothing wrong in believing in your alumni, your team, your squad, your dude, your boy. But at some point, reality must set in. It must register somewhere throughout the human body. When you hit sin, you had to say, oh, shit, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. I mean, it happens out there. It happens. I've done it before. I had sinned before, and I had to go back and edit and remove the post because I went too far. I went too far with it. But it was a good idea, and it was a good thought. But other than that, college football was what I wanted. It was what I needed. And I want to give college football marketing team, the commercial crew, whoever put these college football commercials together, job well done. Job well done. They brought the diversity back. I'm talking the commercials were on point, getting it out there, dealing with what's going on today. Impressive job, college football. Also, St. Louis, I want to tell you guys something. You guys made this guy happy and proud by what you guys have done to help out and support local business. Steve Hot Dogs and Crown Candy, you guys showed up. You guys showed up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Small business matters. It does. Without small business, where would we be? Support them. Support them. I haven't had a big franchise sponsor since I was on radio. I'm keeping it local. That's where the people are. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. So great job in supporting Steve's Hot Dogs and as well as Crown Candy. There it is. You guys did your job right there. We have now set the NBA Finals. The Miami Heat and the LA Lakers. Who you got? Now, we've heard the talk before when LeBron was in the East. Now he came to the West, missed the playoffs last year. Now Lakers are in it. I kind of wanted to play the Celtics, but that's another fucking story. Should Brad be fired? Maybe Brad and Doc should switch teams. Switch it up a little bit. I mean, like when Deion went from the Cowboys to the 49ers. I mean, switch it up a little bit. Let's see what we got. Let's just do something here. Switch it up. 49ers and Cowboys, then the Ravens will figure it out again. Prime, congrats. But Miami Heat and Jimmy Buckets and the Joker. I mean, not the Joker, but Jimmy Buckets. He could. We were trying to figure out the Mancave, what's going on with Jimmy's hair. Is that a statement? Is that a bubble? Is that a style? I want to know what that style is to all my beauticians out there. Those of you know who you are. What is that? Is that just the grease in there? We're just doing that and we're just going out the house. Got to know this style that Jimmy Buckets is working with. The Lakers. As a Laker fan, I don't like Frank Vogel. Okay, let's put that out there right now. I don't like Frank Vogel. What they improved upon to me was the third quarter. Third quarter. Because for some reason, the Lakers got the lacking to me in the second half, but especially the third quarter. And they put a plus in that area. And then my man LeBron took over the damn game. Now, Murray was hurt. Don't know how he hurt his leg, but he was hurt. And that block, whew, Anthony Davis did the Jordan logo on that block. Watch his legs. He did the leg spread. I think Pau Gasol should reach out to Anthony Davis and say word for word what Kobe told him when we beat Boston in the finals. Tell him word for word what Kobe told you. Don't leave out nothing. Include the cuss words. Emphasize the cuss words, what Kobe told you. And I guarantee you, AD will play like a beast that he can be. He has the potential to be a beast. I'm not saying be an asshole like Dwight Howard. I can't explain Dwight Howard. I don't know if he read Dennis Rodman autobiography. I don't know what's going on with him. But it's up here. I don't care how bad and bully you are. At some point, you got to play basketball. That's all I'm saying. At some point, you got to play basketball, no matter what. At some point. And he's not. Something's going on up here. Can't figure this guy out at all. But it should be an interesting finals. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I may catch a couple of games at the Mancave. Speaking of the Mancave, it was Mancave Sunday yesterday. For the NFL and nothing but the NFL. Early games, late games, the night games. Who's getting fired? What's going on with the Falcons? Can we talk? What's going on with the Falcons? Is it Matt Ryan? Is it the coach? Somebody gambling? Are they tanking for Trevor? I mean, come on now. What's going on with the Falcons? You don't blow leads like this. You don't blow leads like this. This is unusual behavior. Unusual. Speaking of unusual behavior, in the words of Chris Berman, nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen and Jalen Ramsey had a little beef here a couple of years ago that all came to light yesterday as we saw what Josh Allen is capable of doing. This dude, them Buffalo Bills are starting to believe in themselves. They're actually looking in the mirror, putting on their uniform. That's what they're doing. The Chicago Bears, oh my. Mitch, go sit down. The only thing Mitchell Trubisky has that I like is a hot-ass mama. Oh, my goodness, this mama fine as hell. Nick Foles. Nick Foles is that deal. He shows no swagger at all, no emotion. He goes out here and plays football. That's it. The greatest understudy in football has to be Nick Foles the past 5 years, hands down. Hands down. Has to be. Has to be the best that is out there right now. And he's doing a hell of a job right now. Hell of a job. What does this mean for Mitchell Trubisky? Was this basically go sit your ass down a little bit and watch a real quarterback? We'll get you back in there next week, or what's going on? Speaking of what's going on, Cowboy fans, talk to me. Talk to me. Mm-hmm. I know what Dak has done. But if we're playing just individual football, okay. But this is a team. The whole team needs to be together, and the team is not together right now. The defense, other than Aldon Smith, 5 years out of football, and homeless. He's on a different level right now. He's on a different damn level. He's on a different level right now. The Cowboys, what should their record be to Cowboy fans? Should the Cowboys be undefeated? Did the Cowboys lose that game, or did Seattle win that game yesterday? Discussions and questions are out there the same way I have watching the Denver Broncos play the Tampa Buccaneers. Tom Brady, first of all, Tampa Bay uniforms yesterday. They look damn good right there. Tom Brady and Gronk, stop making those crazy videos. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. But Broncos, what? Now I get why Mizzou fans say crazy things. I thought we had a shot here because I know Tom Brady's record in Mile High. It was 8-9 coming into this. It was 8-9. Tom Brady in Mile High. 8-9. Only team he does not have a winning record against at their home field was us. And what we do, we laid an egg. We did nothing. Nothing at all. Speaking of nothing at all, Philly fans, what happened? What happened to all this? What's going on? What's going on with Carson, Pennsylvania? Come on now. Come on. You can't be a bust already. What questions out here in the NFL? I know it's early in the year. It's not even October yet, but their team's playing right now like it is Halloween. They're scary as hell right now. Who's the MVP right now? Is it Josh Allen? Is it Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson said, besides my beautiful kids and my hot-ass wife, I can cook, and I can cook you on this field. I want to talk to Drew Brees in a one-on-one, face-to-face, and have one question with him. What's wrong with your arm? What's wrong with Drew Brees' arm? They played Taysom all at $16 million guaranteed? $16 million for a fullback / quarterback? He didn't throw the ball over 10 yards last night. I'm talking throw the ball. Not throwing a 3-yard pass and they get 10 yards. No. That's called yards after the catch. That's the yak. I'm talking about him throwing the ball. Something's wrong. There's something wrong with that shoulder. That they trying to keep it a secret. I'm wondering how Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints are going to share this. They leak everything else. Leak this on Drew Brees and tell us what's going on. You're affecting fantasy football. You're affecting gambling. Pull him off your roster right now if you have Drew Brees as your starting quarterback. Pull him. Pull him. Come on. Nothing else better. Players that are trying to play through the pain and prove stuff to us and the announcers, stop it. If you're hurt, Drews, go sit down. Go sit down, Drew Brees, because something's wrong. That's not the same Saints. That's an old-ass man out there. That's Drew Brees older than Tom Brady right now. He damn near 50, if you ask me. But he's valuable to the Saints. He's valuable. I get it. You don't want to let go. You don't want to let your baby move out the house. It's time to let your baby move out the house. It's time to say goodbye to Drew Brees. But I don't want him to leave in the middle of the season. I want you to leave the right way, the way you came into this game. Impactful. Leave the same way out of the game. Impactful. That's it right there. The NFL was damn exciting yesterday. And tonight it should get exciting again. Monday Night Football matchup. Pat Mahomes, boy. Hey, anybody, we won the Super Bowl. I just love his voice. It irritates me. And Lamar Action Jackson. Who you got? I'm going to make a bold statement out here. Bold statement. I don't think either one of these teams are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Yep, I said it. Yeah, I don't think so. It'd be cool, but the reality of sports and seeing the hunger that's in Aaron Rodgers' face, the hunger that's going on with the Buffalo Bills, I don't think these two teams have that. Will the Chiefs show up like they did last week, flat in the first half until they went in the second half, came out of halftime with a little eye surprise on Patrick Mahomes' eyes. You see Patrick Mahomes' eyes last week when they came out of halftime? Something's going on in that locker room. They don't want to tell us. Probably next year they'll tell us. Somebody gonna snitch on the team. They can't keep a secret. Also, Tyreek Hill, please keep your helmet on at all times. Not an attractive man, not to be looked at in high-definition television. Don't do it. Keep the helmet on. Keep the helmet on. A lot of women out there scratching their head that hooked up with that. Those of you know who you are. But again, I think it's going to be a great game tonight. High-scoring affair, of course. Defenses of both kind of shaky right now. Two incredible quarterbacks to watch. No, I do not think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback ever that I've seen. No way possible. I refuse to believe in that statement or support it. Good quarterback in the NFL right now. Let's enjoy it. He does not remind me of anyone. He reminds me of himself. That's it. Action Jackson is the man. Keep doing your thing. Could this be a potential MVP situation after tonight? And tomorrow we're going to figure out who won the game and who lost the game, as we do each and every week when it comes to Monday Night Football matchups. Guess what, kids? We got the playoffs. The Cardinals are in. The Cardinals are in. We're in, baby. Hunter Pence retired after 14 years. Hunter Pence. That's who Harrison Bader reminds me of with his baseball IQ and the way he runs in the outfield all around the ball, making spectacular catches when they should be routine and making a routine look like an error. That same guy became a hero for our St. Louis Cardinals. What we got, huh? Who we got? Who we got a shot? We got the Padres. Oh, shit. They got Fernando Tatis Jr., the same guy that Major League Baseball shamed, ridiculed him, embarrassed him, pointed fingers at him, said he was doing a bad thing due to the unwritten rules of Major League Baseball for hitting the grand slam when they were up 6-0. Cardinals scored 18 runs this year. Yankees scored 21. The Rangers put up 25, damn near 30, but nobody pointed the finger at them. Nobody said that's a bad thing. Nobody said naughty shouldn't do. That's a foul on you. But they made a spectacle out of what a Fernando Tatis did. And that was wrong, Major League Baseball. I still want an apology, Major League Baseball. I want a written apology. I want a plaque on the unwritten rules of Major League Baseball. We fucked up yelling at Fernando Tatis Jr. Sign it, and especially the manager. But other than that, we got baseball playoffs, baby. Yeah, I didn't think we would get in. Speaking of not getting in, I didn't think they would get in. What about the Miami Marlins? Let me get this straight. Let me rewind this a little bit. Had 18 people get the coronavirus. To start the season off. Remember that? 18 people. There's nobody on the team. Jeter doesn't know what the hell he's doing at all. That's what the naysayers say. That's what the media is saying. They made the playoffs. Wow. I'm going to watch this team. Not like when Jim Leland, the smartest man in baseball, was coaching them. Yeah, I said it. Smartest man in baseball. Smartest manager I've ever witnessed coach this great game of Major League Baseball. There'll never be another one like him. Never. But these Marlins, that's a different type of mentality. When 18 of your players contract the coronavirus at the beginning of the season, you're laughing stock due to what they've done to your payroll and to your team and your lineup the past 4 years. You're laughing stock. Laughing stock throughout Major League Baseball. But the playoffs are here, kids. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Go Cards, go Cards. I think Waino and Yachty need to really have a talk about what's the next step. This cannot be it. I don't want you retiring without the fans. You got to come back. Or we'll have a social distancing farewell party at Busch. Wink, wink. And everybody's invited. Everybody's invited. Let's invade Busch Stadium. That's what we need. If they retire with no fans, we got to figure out a way to tell them bye St. Louis style. I'm not talking about on Twitter. Thank you. You mean so much. The hell with that. We're going to go downtown. And we're going to show them our appreciation. Because that's what we need to do to these players. Show the appreciation the way you guys stepped up for Steve's Hot Dogs and Crown Candy this past week. That's all I got to say right there. Wow. Probably the greatest sports weekend I've had in some time. It was chaotic. I had tablets and writing pads all over the place, TVs at a high volume. I know my neighbors are like, who is that guy? I was doing the song, We Ready, We Ready, we ready for y'all. That's what college football does to me. That's what it does. Now, if my NFL team could figure that out, it could have been a complete weekend, ladies and gentlemen. To my Libras, keep it balanced. Keep it balanced. Yours truly coming up in 3 weeks. The countdown is on. 5-0, and we getting up out of town. Enjoy. Don't forget to check out the latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast with your boy here, Dre Montez. And thank you for tuning in to Montez at Midday. You guys have a good one.